Hi guys, today we're gonna talk about where heart arrhythmia coming from, the heartburn and all heart issues up to heart attack. Now, it could happen only to anal vector. If your primary dominant anal vector or secondary, could be anal oral, and sometimes it's even they can develop to diabetes, but we're going to talk about heart issues. Now, a lot of I'm going to start from the beginning, that from a lot of discomforts, and a lot of sometimes it could be even different kind of frustrations, negative. And first discomfort, you can even, it's not going to be connected directly right now to heart. I'm going to get to that moment shortly. A lot of discomforts, if it's anal vector person, it's a person of straight lines. Everything has to be straight, even, equal. His comfort zone, it's a square, because he wants to have everything in boxes. He wants to have everything organized. Now, if you remember, I talked in previous videos that if vector is getting sick or frustrated and undeveloped psychosexually, it brings its opposite side. For example, if anal vector person, it's the person who wants to have everything clean, everything in order, the tablecloth needs to be white and clean. If he feels, by the way, cleanliness comes from his childhood, when he goes to restroom, that's his actually the most sensitive and erogen zone, and he has to have its vector and erogen zone very clean, and it becomes in kind of tendency of to get everything clean, and from there he's gonna develop. But I'm not gonna talk about these deep details, so you're not gonna get shocked, because it's really personal stuff that are involved in all these issues, very private and personal. And we're gonna talk about that in some other videos, where I'm gonna have some people who are really interested to find out and want to know everything about their vector, or if it's vector of their spouse, and they want to understand their sexuality, their personality. It's a pretty common vector. It's almost 20% of our society. And he feels, every time he feels a lot of discomforts when table is not organized, somebody put his books in not messed up, and he wants to put it in order, and he get all these discomforts. Sometimes he can get to discomfort even in subconscious discomfort, and he doesn't understand what's going on. But when he visit his friend or some public place, there is some pictures that hanged on evil, like not 100% uneven. It's not a straight, it's not a exactly, so you can feel that discomfort. He wants to go and start to organize all these pictures in his friend house or some public place where he goes to. He wants to have it even. That brings its biochemistry to the balance, because otherwise, if everything messed up and dirty, and his vector is healthy and is very well developed, It's really nice and kind people that never lie. They always honest. They always want to be everything fair. I get 50, you get 50. Well, none of us get nothing. Now it's very kind of fair and honest people. They cannot even lie. Even if you pay them more, ask them, it's not their personality. They have to already explain it. They have to pass their knowledge and experience to our youths, to our young to our children. That's why, by the way, they feel that desire for kids. They in love in kids. They ready to give their life for kids. But if they psychosexually undeveloped, if they in frustrations, if they don't know what's going on with them, if they kind of feel miserable, that every vector, it has its secondary desire. For example, desire for dermal, its profits and benefits, and we talk about other vectors. The anal vector person its desire is sublimating. It's kind of shrinks that desire, sexual desire, that shrinks into that desire to make kids better, and it's kind of every one of us has that secondary desire that we got. You remember I explained it why, because the humans, we weren't humans yet, it was Homo sapiens, and we were about to die, and it's left only 2,000 species of us. All these 7 billion or whatever people on earth, it came from 2,000 species. Now we were about to be getting extinguished, to get die out of the earth, and in order to survive, dermal vector person got like every one of us got secondary desire for survival, and dermal vector person, his desire starting to get profits and benefits, and it's sublimating for their shrinks into the society, and he started to give profit and benefits for society. Now, if he's undeveloped psychosexually, if he is under frustrations, if he's has issues and problems, he's starting doing it for himself, and he start to steal, he start to cheat, he start to do all that negative stuff that it's opposite of that profit and benefit for society, for the tribe. So what he's doing is start killing more mammoths and wild animals. Nobody was understanding why you do that, because we were about to die, and if I'm not gonna kill one more wild animals tomorrow, maybe we're not gonna have any more food left. And there is no animal in the world that kills more than it needs. Only humans start doing it. That's why we became humans, because we were starving, and that's the only way to fight the starve and hunger, is to kill more animals, so we'll have food for tomorrow. And then it's starting to protect this food, so nobody touch it. Nobody can touch it. Stop. Don't eat it. We'll have it for tomorrow. So they start putting rules, constitution. That's dermal vector. So what happened with let's get back to our anal vector. Now, he feels so many discomforts that it brings him to, if he's, for example, if he's not clean, he always dirty, his house is dirty, everything is messed up, he's going to his opposite side of its vector, and everything he start talking shit, he start writing bullshit online, he start writing how this shit and that person is shit and that woman is a bitch and whore, all that negative stuff they starting to do. So what happens, they feel that secondary desire sublimating to teach kids, but if he's undeveloped psychosexually, now he has desire for kids. So he cannot just go and start raping. And by the way, it's usually boys because he needs to teach boys. Girls, they I'm gonna talk about why it's girls. Another video, I'll talk it deeper. First of all, because girls and boys, they have different smell. And anyway, let's get back. So what happened, he started to feel that sexual drive for kids now, and he scares to become that pedophile that is gonna be in prison for the rest of his life. So he starts writing that bullshit online because he needs to relieve his tense. He needs to get rid of that tense and all that negativity that kills him from inside. And if he starts blocking it, and it can develop in that arrhythmia and heart problems. Only anal vector again. If there is any person in the world have heart issues, it's anal vector. His sensitive part of his body, it's anus, and by the way, it's his sexuality also connected to it. And so what happened next? That person cannot kills him inside that drive, and from inside it starts kind of eating him from inside, and that what happens to it. For some reason it goes sometimes problem with stomach, problem with going to the restroom, and problems with heart. Now another reason he could have these issues, it's for example, he has dermal wife, and she has also issues, and she doesn't, dermal vector person needs, you remember I explained you why I covered a little bit dermal vector, because it's kind of connected. You can understand it right now exactly why. Dermal vector woman, wife, if she has this psychosexual delay, she doesn't contribute it to the tribe. Instead of becoming lawyer or judge or engineer or whatever her she could be in society, she starts to bring it only within herself, and she starts, sometimes she can steal, sometimes, so she starts saving on pennies, she starts counting pennies, and she gets irritated when the lights is on, and she tells him, and the anal vector husband wants to stay in the restroom a little longer than average person. That's his most sensitive part of house, most sensitive part of his body that he needs to stimulate, and he goes to the restroom and he stays there longer, and she screams, turn the lights off, and he leaves the lights on even when he leaves the restroom, because he pissed that she took and put his slippers away. Now why it's connected to slippers? Slippers, his legs are not, anal vector person legs are not that strong as dermal, and he has always issues with legs. He goes to the shoe store, spends there all day, he always have issues with his legs, because he didn't born to run and chase mammoth and wild animals. His role, you remember, it's teach our kids and protect the house when everybody's hunting or everybody at war and fighting. And he's protecting the house, he's teaching kids, he's kind of nanny, babysitter, he loves kids. So it's all kind of connected. Now, his legs are very sensitive. He loves his slippers. He cannot find his slippers. She cleaned the house, she put them somewhere. He got frustrated. He starts to on purpose leave the lights on. She starts on purpose hide his slippers. He always get irritated. He gives them again all this discomfort and all these issues. Brings it again problems to the heart, arrhythmia and all this heartburn, because he always frustrated. And then society, work, or anywhere else, it takes the same. Something is not even, somebody didn't put his stuff and organize it. So if you really need help with all that, subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna explain it how you can get rid of these issues, problems, and it's very important. Now it's all connected with this 8 vector of self-cognition. So if you understand all that, it's gonna help you with all these issues. Either way, you dermal, you anal vector, or any other audio. And it's very important because it's too much noise right now. I'm gonna make another video and cover more details about anal vector heart issues, because it's really comes irritated right now over here. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Take care, right?